Hey guys, it's Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. When I first started my channel, I did a couple Dollarama hauls, which is like the Dollar Tree here in Canada. That was my English Mastiff hacking up a hairball.
Welcome to Random-Ness.
Alright guys, in all seriousness, so like I said, at the beginning of my channel, I did a few random hauls and I just kind of stopped doing them because with COVID and everything starting in March, we really didn't do a lot of shopping. Today, I needed to replace a couple things in my kitchen that I have bought at the dollar store in the past, or Dollarama here in Canada. And of course, you cannot go in the Dollarama or Dollar Tree or Canadian dollar store without leaving with things you probably don't really need, but have convinced yourself in the store that you actually need them. I needed all this. So different than my normal hauls, like my grocery hauls, where you don't see my face too much and I just kind of walk you through what I got on the table, I thought I will pull this out one at a time and we would look together. I only spent $30. Now, I know when you spend $30 at the Dollar Tree, you get 30 things. Here in Canada, the cheapest thing you're gonna find at the dollar store is usually $1.25, and there's taxes. For example, this was the primary reason that I went. A lot of times when I make recipes like with pasta or anything that I want to scoop out like penne or something, I just wanted a big kind of ladle, or I don't know what this is called. What's it called? A strainer. I'm not going to use it for that, but you'll see tonight with my what's for dinner I'm going to be posting on Friday. I'm going to be using this to transfer my penne into my sauce. So $3.25. The most expensive thing at the dollar store is $4. So sometimes you can leave with 4 things and spend $20. It's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. So that's the first thing I got. I got the strainer. I've been wanting one for a while. $3.25 is still cheaper than most things, so it's good with me. Now, these next 2 things, and I'll show you guys a little clip or a little montage here of some of the things that I saw. So you'll see there's a whole wall of Betty Crocker utensils and everything else you can think of. There's pans, there's parchment paper, everything Betty Crocker. When I first bought my Betty Crocker big utensils in the past, I was super impressed. I'm like, wow, they have Betty Crocker at the Dollarama. Well, the handles come off. Granted, I've had them for almost 3 years. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna replace it with another dollar store one and they'll last me another 3 years. So here's the 2 that I bought to replace right now. So this one here is $3. This is just a regular spatula, but the one we have has no red handle. It's just the bottom half and it's separated there. And every time I wash it, water gets stuck in it. So when I go to take it out of the drawer and pick it up, water leaks out and then ends up dripping into my pan with oil. And you know what kind of mess that can make. So that's always interesting when that happens. I also grabbed myself another ladle, just a Betty Crocker one again. Creature of habit, guys.
Creature of habit.
Another Betty Crocker that I got here was this rubber spatula. I had one, it was a blue one. It somehow ended up staying with my mom a long time ago when I moved out. I've been collecting kitchen utensils and supplies literally since I was like 18, maybe 17. I've just always loved cooking. So yeah, when I moved out of my mom's, a lot of my stuff stayed there. So literally I've been going a long time without silicone spatula. So these are just really great, especially making scrambled eggs and doing like your S motion or just scraping stuff off the side of the pan, or even for baking and scraping out the bowl. I have a lot of Pampered Chef spatulas. Those are awesome too. I swear by those, but this kind of has that spoon shape, you know? You know when you justify everything that you just bought? We're not doing this. We are not shaming ourselves for going to the dollar store when I haven't been there and for freaking ever. Next, this was the very first thing I grabbed because I'm impulse. Again, that huge Betty Crocker wall. I've been talking about wanting to buy a hamburger press. They had one there, but it was so cheap looking. Anyway, these would be perfect for putting in between the burgers to freeze them in the freezer. We'll just let Jamie stop coughing and then we'll keep doing this. So these will also be handy too, because you've seen I've done freezer meal videos. I'll link that up above. You can click on the eye or you can look in the description box. My freezer meal prep. So this would be good for separating pancakes and things like that in the freezer. I even do like cookies ahead of time and I roll them up ready to bake. So you could just use these as separators and they're just convenient, and $2. I'm sure if you got these at the Dollar Tree, they'd be $1. Next thing I got, which I didn't go for, was these. Were these. Oh God. Were these. So every time I buy a jar of Classico basil or pasta sauce, I cannot open it. And Jamie can attest to that. It's like contest. That would mean he would disagree. And I figured, you know what? Let's just bite the bullet and grab these. You just kind of take one. Let's open it and show you. I'm sure you all know what they are, but In case you don't, you take it out and you just put it right over the lid and you twist it and you open it up. So hopefully that will help me. This next one was, if you guys follow my grocery hauls or you follow my vlogs at all, I'm
Really obsessed with cold brew.
really obsessed with cold brew, but it can get expensive. And I mean, I buy a jug and it might last me 3 or 4 coffees because I use a lot of it. So I bought a cold brew kit to steep my own coffee, and I didn't have a pitcher or anything to really make it in the fridge. And I was gonna use an old cold brew jar from like Starbucks, but it's only 1 liter and it needs to be 2 liters. So I grabbed this. I didn't even go for this. This is just one of those things oh, I can use this for, there we go. So I'm gonna use this for cold brew for $2. I figured it can't go wrong. It doesn't need to be, I mean, the lid doesn't, it is what it is. It's not the best quality, but this just needs to sit in my fridge and steep for 24 hours so Mama can have her cold brew, because, you know. Uh-oh, we're getting down to almost nothing. It's because I spent $30 at the dollar store and I've showed you like 6 things. Welcome to Canada. This was another impulse item because the other day, everything has a story. Everything I'm showing you, I have a story behind. I'm like that 95-year-old grandmother that can't stop talking but keeps talking in hopes that somebody's listening. I hope you're listening. Here is a bottle opener. I kind of wish it was the one that had the magnet so it would sit on my fridge, because I feel like we lose these. But I don't know that we've ever had one of these. We used to have a can opener that had this little lip on it. Anyway, long story short, I had pineapple juice the other day. I could not get into it because I didn't have one of these little poker things, and I'm not really big on using the knife, and I don't know what I'm doing, but this would have been perfect. I ended up having to take the whole top off, and then I put the pineapple juice in a plastic bag. It was a big thing. You guys saw it in What's for Dinner. You commented on it. You made a joke about it. Anyway, grabbed one of these. I figured it would be handy. The kids like those Pop Shop pops that you need to pop open like that. Sometimes we have alcohol here that needs that, and this. So for $2, I don't even think it's worth $2. It's probably worth $1, but we got it. All right, last 3 things are snacks. If you guys know me, mainly this is for me for later. It's one of my favorite popcorns. You guys like Smart Food? Do you like the other flavors? I don't like the theater flavored one. I just like the white cheddar. So these are $2. I don't know if that's a good deal. It's not that big of a bag, but when I buy this bag, I feel like no one's gonna eat it on me. Like they know it's my bag because it's just a little one.
Mama's gotta have her snack.
I grabbed this. My daughter's in her room right now with her friend, and I thought that they would like this. This is one of their favorite, or Belle's favorite treats. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys like it. It was always like a staple at Christmas. There was toffee fay in your stocking. That Santa knows me. And this was for pure nostalgia because,
if you don't already know, food makes me happy.
This brought me back to my childhood. This isn't even something that I've had a lot when I was a kid, cherry blossoms, but I think I had them like a couple of times. And without diving into all of my sadness as a child, my real father, haven't seen him since I was 8 years old. But those first 8 years, when I would go to my mère and my papa's house, because he was French, Fontaine, that was my last name, if you're curious, if you're French and you want to know. So I would go to their house, and they always had these kinds of things, and they had macaroons and those little rosebud chocolates. So this one, for whatever reason, I was standing there today and I wanted to have it, so I'm gonna have this later, probably like half of it, and munch on it. If you guys don't know, really quick, I have Crohn's, and I had weight loss surgery 5 years ago, so I'm kind of limited on what I eat and how much I eat, but I will make this work. We will get this in here. Okay, that is it, guys. I spent $30.61. I'd like to do more of these hauls. I think it is fun. I'm just starting to get back to being comfortable to going into the store to browse, and even then, I'm not browsing. I'm still wearing my mask. I know that there's a lot going on in the US right now, and I pray for you guys, and I hope that you're doing okay. It's very scary and very nerve-wracking, and I can't imagine being a parent right now, trying to figure out what to do with your kids for school, and I'm stressed for you. Like I'm really praying for you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Dollarama haul. If you guys like these and you want to see more kind of random frivolous hauls like this, please let me know in the comments below. You guys know I love to interact with you guys. It is Monday. I am about to go get supper started. We're having penne arrabbiata and chicken parm for supper, so watch that on Friday in my What's for Dinner. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys have a wicked week, and I will see all of you in my next video. Take care.